is 11 o'clock and it is January 18th. It's the Board of Acquisition and Contract. For the record, has the Secretary of the Board gone to the reception area to invite any members of the public who wish to attend today's meeting to come to the conference room?
Yes, I have. We only have one guest here, though, Robert Cirillo from the college.
I call this meeting of the Board of Acquisition and Contract to order. Will the Secretary please call the roll?
Mr. Jenkins?
Here.
Mr. Boykin?
Here.
Mr. Kupicki?
Here. I note for the record the receipt and filing of the secret review prepared by the Planning Department for today's meeting and the minutes of the last week's meeting. I also note that the members of the Board of Acquisition and Contract are in receipt of a bid protest filed by Slade Industries dated December 11, 2017, protesting the award of the Westchester Community College contract number 18-627. We are also in receipt of a letter from Westchester Community College addressed to the Secretary to the Board of Acquisition and Contract in support of the award of contract number 18-627 to the low bidder, Cone Incorporated, ID number 60243 on today's agenda. Unless there's any objection, I move the board consider agenda items 1 through 14. The floor is now open for discussion of agenda items by members of the board. Unless there is any objection, I move a vote to approve agenda items 1 through 14.
I'll second that.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Are there any other matters to be discussed at today's Board of Acquisition and Contract meeting?
Yes, I'd like to provide an update on the White Plains Complex Parking Garage emergency situation.
Yeah.
I have copies of my memo to the Board of members and would like to read this into the record. I'll distribute that to you.
Thank you. Sorry, Mr. Chairman.
This is a memo to the Board of Acquisition and Contract from our office. On the morning of Thursday, January 11th, 2018, several pieces of structural concrete broke loose and fell on the B1 level of the White Plains Complex Parking Garage. The Department of Public Works and Transportation's Operations Division immediately closed the area, and an engineering analysis of the damaged area was undertaken. It was determined that due to moisture in the structure coupled with the current freezing conditions that the associated freeze-thaw had loosened the concrete. During the investigation, a substantial amount of additional structural concrete fell after being tested for soundness. The department expanded its analysis to the entire parking garage and discovered multiple locations where similar conditions exist. In order to maintain the facility for safe passage by the traveling public, the Department of Public Works and Transportation declared an emergency situation. The department, following its standard emergency contract protocols, selected the firm of Abbott & Price Incorporated, located at 71 Sunset Drive, Austin, New York, 10562, to perform Contract 18-504 Emergency Structural Rehabilitation, White Plains Complex Parking Garage, White Plains, New York. The emergency rehabilitation work includes removal of loose concrete, rehabilitation of exposed steel reinforcing bars, and application of fiber wrap and epoxy. As the full extent of the structural rehabilitation will not be able to be ascertained until all loose concrete is removed, the Department of Public Works and Transportation will, at a later date, submit a resolution to your honorable board requesting approval of contract 18-504.
Thank you, Commissioner. Mr. Chairman, any questions on that?
Do we know when we might be getting an update?
We have someone coming in. I can't give you I'm not sure right now. I don't want to tell you exactly. It might take a while because there were numerous locations to really find out the extent of the damage and what the fix is going to be. But we should have that hopefully in the next couple of weeks.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course, Mr. Chairman. Thank you. So unless there's any objection, I move to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All right. The meeting is, we need a vote. All in favor of closing the meeting, do so by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you so much.